is down there on the field. Glad you're with us tonight. It is week 13 already around the National Football League, and for the Denver Broncos, and with Sean Payton pulling the strings, he's in a great situation.
There's no doubt, and I think when you look at what happened to Denver when they released, going to be judged on what career Bo Nix has. Up to this point, it's been fantastic, and as you've heard me say many times, for him, which has made it very quarterback friendly for him.
Let's talk about the other side, the Cleveland Browns. They started one.
Jameis Winston certainly is, and you mentioned Myles Garrett on the other side of it, the defending player of the defensive player of the.
Jameis has said that you made him a better quarterback. How do you attack him tonight?
Well, I think you got to be smart. He's got to bet the run game. You know, we've got to find a way to make it a little bit more one-dimensional.
Thank you, Sean. Good luck to you tonight.
Thank you, Lisa.
Interested to see how the offense has evolved for the Browns with Stefanski as head coach and Ken Dorsey now calling.
They brought Ken Dorsey in. He took over play calling a few weeks ago, but even while Stefanski was calling the plays with Deshaun.
So it's Dorsey who is putting his mind to work tonight, trying to figure out a way to beat this very good Denver. Out of the back of the end zone. Games weeks 1 and 2 at Seattle, at home against Pittsburgh. He's thrown 16 touchdown passes. Play action, Nick's out to his right and throws it right into the ground with his tight end Adam Troutman. See what
he's going to more than likely come down with the football, and he certainly has the last several weeks.
Here is Mims getting the catch. As a defensive coordinator, he's been doing it a long time, 16th year doing that. That's where they are after a
doing the secondary, and yet it's been a shell of what they put out there last year.
Here's a carry by Williams, and he will not get the first down.
Well, that's an interesting call by Sean Payton on 3rd and 3 to think that he could just run it right up.
Coming from Riley Dixon with Jalen Jordan waiting for it. And a beauty. Are you going to catch it? Yes, inside the 5. Big decision or not?
No.
Nope. Return, but a mistake made as Darden fielded it inside the 5.
Yeah, you just simply can.
A nice job Jameis Winston has done since taking over. We've talked about it. He did just enough to get. Fake toss. First look not there, but this is, and that's Judy, the former Bronco. 15th overall pick by the Broncos.
Well, you see Brandon Jones, he comes down. He's going to take.
Nick Chubb got a yard. That's it. That second note. You see they're not scoring any points, and they have had a revolving door at left tackle. They're down to Jermaine Ifedi making his
defensive snaps, most in the NFL, and that's the source of a lot of the problem.
Here's Chubb. And that power was 10.
Oh, it's such a good job up front of creating a hole. Nick Chubb hasn't had a lot of these types of runs since he came back.
They hand the ball here to Ford over the right side, and Jerome takes it down inches inside the 30. Sacks, Riley Moss, their good young corner, inactive, and Levi Wallace starts in his place.
This defense for the Denver Broncos, impressive. They fly to the football.
2nd down and 4, and Jonathan Cooper made that stop on Nick Chubb. No gain.
Here, and makes it challenging then to try to run the football. Cooper comes right off the slot, much like we saw.
Here's one floated and out of the reach of David Njoku.
Jameis Winston got exactly what he wanted. He's got Njoku matched up with Brandon Jones, and Njoku has a step on him. This is a matchup we're going to be.
47-yard try by Dustin Hopkins. Good snap, good hold. Kick is no good.
Those are the ones you just simply can't miss.
Here is a handoff to McLaughlin, and a nice carry to start this drive.
Good job of setting up the blocks. You see how he starts inside and then he bounces it finds himself a little crease, and I really like
McLaughlin last year from Youngstown State, college free agent. Here's Mims. They've been doing this a lot more, trying to get him involved.
He was a Pro Bowl player as a returner, and Sean Payton said, hey, with that kind of ability, let's figure it weeks from him.
Fake toss. Nix sets up and fires a strike, and it's dropped by Court. Can't throw it any better than that.
No, you absolutely cannot. And what a job by Bo Nix. You got to have deep throws, but he threw it perfectly to Sutton.
Nix has to backpedal, another chance, and this time they hit. Sutton again.
The man beater with Cortland Sutton running away from him. You can see him comes up. You got the pick here. And then that similar same concept Sean Payton does, and it paid off.
Here's a fastball for a strike and a completion. Cortland Sutton, through week 12, has been targeted. You see a career-high 26% of the
a rookie without him.
On second down, this one is dropped. Javonte Williams.
You mentioned these receivers, Joe, as far as Cortland Sutton, who's 6'4", and really across the board. Marvin Mims is the only.
Nix slides through, fires a strike.
Well, similar concept. They tighten him up in a bunch. The Browns go zone coverage, so they're angry for the first down. This is a nice drive for Bo Nix to kind of settle in after that three.
Hand out to McLaughlin, and there's nothing there. Saying, how do we not take this guy? I mean, he was the 6th quarterback taken. He's being coached by a tremendous coach in Sean Payton, but come on.
Well, a lot of people around the league are saying one career starts. You like that. You're evaluating a quarterback.
Here he is out to his right. Pass is to Vele. What a catch down to the 1.
Looks like they nailed in the 7th round.
Here's McLaughlin. He is down short of the goal line. I mean, they got Vele in the 7th round, 6 in the 7th round from Hofstra.
I talked to Sean Payton before that season in 06. He said, I've got a 7th round wide receiver who and Jari Evans in the 4th round.
Williams trying to find somewhere to go.
Well, down to Denver overall on the season has been really good in the red zone. They came into this game 12th in the NFL, but over the
Williams got it. Touchdown, Broncos. I tell you what, it was all on display on that possession for number 10, Bo Nix.
Wait, finish off that drive.
A drive that featured 3 third-down conversions in
slow motion, except the quarterback who's throwing it, just like you always do. It was the most fun that I've ever had playing a game. It was the only one I ever.
One of the best fields to play on in that snow. I appreciate your man.
The second half couldn't even see anything. It was a waste of time.
Play action from Winston. And what a catch by...
Not terrible coverage by Barton. You know, he's trailing, but you've got to get that ball out on the boundary, which Winston did. I mentioned early in this game, a little different offensive philosophy than what we've seen out of them in the past. In fact, in talking with...
Now he's doing what Ken Dorsey tells him to. Here is one given to Kadarius Toney. They're without Cedric Tillman, their number 2 receiver in this game, out with a concussion. And Toney gets it on the toss and gets 3.
Yeah, did you expect this defense to come into this season and do what they've done, but they've been really good.
Here is Ford picking his way on first in the league, and they lead the league in sacks.
He's done a terrific job and couldn't be happier for him. I can only imagine. I've not asked it. That's not easy to do, but he's doing a great job coordinating this group this year. 3rd down and 3, floated wide open.
That's more completion for number 5. And it's 1st and goal for Cleveland.
Well, we talked about it coming in that Riley Moss match up with Elijah Moore and just totally gets him turned around. Levi Wallace came in last week.
Over the middle, that's caught for Njoku and a touchdown. An 8-yard score and touchdown catch number 3 for Njoku.
I thought maybe Cody Barton here could have carried it a little.
Extra point to tie. Jameis Winston on that drive, 3 for 3 for 60.
This fan base hasn't had a lot to cheer about here in recent years. Uncharacteristic for them. Maybe this will be their year.
We get in there this week.
Well, we'll monitor that as the game goes, as this one is thrown in. Gently walking on the treadmill in that room that has, I guess, just no oxygen.
Yeah, did right.
Here's one over the middle. Pass is caught, and this is a live ball. It's returned by Emerson. I don't know about the catch, but right now. And you hear every TV crew say it, and it's for good reason. They let these plays go.
1-0-2, please.
Yeah, he had control with 2 feet down, but never made a football move. Good call making this incomplete.
Mahmoud Diabate knocked it out. Injury against Baltimore week 8. He was their leading tackler when he went down. Here's Nix out to his right. He airs it out. He's got a man, and incomplete. Is overthrown by just a bit.
Yeah, Franklin is wanting the ball on him when he runs this post route, and he realized, and then it's just a jump ball opportunity and not much to come down with.
Dixon hits it.
Ken Dorsey sees that, and whether they do anything about it on this possession, or I would expect it on a future
play of the quarter here. 2nd down and 10. Winston steps up and has more. Moore has a first down with an 11-yard. Winston, time runs out. Able to just get it away. Pocket got it back to the line of scrimmage, and a receiver was close enough.
Well, they go motion with Jerry Jeudy across the.
Here's Chubb. Play made by Zach Allen, who's having a tremendous year.
He got set up, and the route that he ran, there's nobody then in the middle of the field, and it was a perfect time throw for James.
It's 3rd down and 10. Winston, Moore, incomplete.
McMillan, he's had a tough season, and I know in talking with Vance Joseph, maybe, yeah, it looked like he maybe did. McMillan has been struggling a little bit, sometimes in tight coverage. He's just giving up some throws, but thought he played that really well.
Bojorquez hits his first of the night. Not a great punt. 39 yards from Corey Bojorquez. Bo Nix is back to work in a 7-7 game. Possession starts at the 38 for the Broncos. They hand, and McLaughlin.
Nix and what he's going to be able to do. Sometimes when you've watched him, he's been quick to leave the pocket. And over the last several, and he didn't truly trust the protection, but that's one of the areas where I've seen the most growth from him.
2nd and 11, pass is incomplete.
Verticals, and he knows that Cleveland has given up a lot of big plays. And when you've got receivers, as we talked about, with the size that these against Martin Emerson, and I talked about it a little bit early, just this defense compared to how they had played in prior years.
17-yard penalty. Here is Estime. Audrick, a rookie from Browns ball after the interception. Handoff is to Chubb, and he is stood up. No gain.
Feels it. I mean, he feels it the entire way. He rushes the throw, but the assist goes to Myles Garrett as well as Denzel Ward, because this is an outstanding play. Interception.
2nd and 10. Winston. That is through the hands of Njoku. 2 catches, 19 yards, and a touchdown. Winston. There's the fastball, and the pass is caught. 6th-round pick from Oklahoma.
Yeah, the Denver Broncos, they just don't squeeze it there on the. And he just turned right around, hooked up, and McMillan is watching the quarterback in a pretty easy conversion.
On 1st down, play action. Winston out to his right. That is tipped into the air by Sternad.
Up the front, up the field, and Ford's able to just cut it underneath. A nice call at just the right.
Play action now off that. Winston sets up, nothing there. Jameis is the line of scrimmage. Ellis close to sack number 5.
Yeah, the only real chance he had was right here. Instead, this was that boot that I talked about. If they're going to continually crash off that one edge, run the boot.
5 for the 3rd-round pick from Utah. Handoff here. Jerome Ford. Around this Cleveland Browns team, from everybody you talk to, Winston has been instant life, and the word that keeps coming up is
Guys gravitate to him.
they're down in 5 now for Winston. Out to his right. Had pressure, got hit. And the passing. Jameis Winston. It's 4th down.
Yeah, he sure did. As Winston escapes the pocket, just good coverage overall. A lot of guys on this defense having career years.
45-yard try for Hopkins, who missed from 47. This time, perfect.
Đi đâu hả? Hai con đây. Nhanh nha. Ok. Đưa con mét của em. Bỏ đâu của em? Hả? Gì? Hả? Bỏ một à?
Đó. Cái dòng
Chạy lên thì mà tăng lên bị khung.
khung thì của em ta